Hello everyone, shalom and happy new year. Today is New Year's Eve and the day is actually almost over. I wanted to get this done earlier in the day, but it's been quite a crazy day. We went over to my parents early and there was a lot of snow to shovel out of their driveway and to help them out there, and we interviewed them for our marriage channel. So we did that, and then of course they wanted to take us to lunch, which was very, very nice, but we had all this stuff scheduled, so we just kind of moved it. Did some more shoveling. We have gotten so much snow, guys, here in Idaho. It's just one of those years, every couple of years you just get hit, and we got hit. So since I think Christmas Eve, it's pretty much been snowing off and on, and tonight is supposed to get down to 1 degree and 16 degrees tomorrow. So all of this snow that started to melt a little bit today is going to be a solid sheet of ice tonight. So I'm hoping we don't go anywhere tomorrow. But anyway, so it's towards the end of the day. I don't look great because I have shoveled snow. I have, oh, what else? We had our alarm system in our house completely malfunction, and we happened to have just closed it to go run to the store, and our poor dog and cat were inside while it was going off, and then they called us just when we got to about a block away. We turned around, came, shut everything off, tried it again, and it just malfunctioned again. And so then we were on the phone with them forever, trying to get that situated. I think it's a faulty piece on our front door that has to be replaced. Anyways, and then between that and shoveling snow and running to the store and to the post office because my mother-in-law sent her cell phone overnight because it's broken and we need to get it fixed. Anyways, I'm exhausted. It's the last day of 2021 and it is going out with a fight. It is not going to let me have a peaceful day to get to the other side, but that's okay. We are studying the Bible today, even if it has to be midnight before I get to it. So all week long, we've been studying Mark chapter 1, 21 to 28, and also Luke 4, 31 to 37. So I thought, regardless of my day and the chaos and the bad light, I'm going to pop on here and we're going to do this because I think it's an important chapter. It's talking about Jesus drives out impure spirits. But I think there's so much more here to it too that we can look at. So grab your drink. I happen to from McAllister's, where my parents took us to eat. Thanks, Mom and Dad. So they start out where, if you remember last week, Jesus got kicked out of his own town synagogue in Nazareth. And so he leaves, he almost gets thrown over a cliff, and he leaves and goes to Capernaum. So what I did is I put some great videos in the description here of some videos of the town of Capernaum and what was important about Capernaum and how Capernaum was kind of a key to Jesus's ministry. Now, Nazareth, where he was, where Jesus grew up, is a small town. Everybody knew him, kind of had that smaller feel where kind of everybody knew your business. And I think that's why they didn't quite accept Jesus's authority. He was teaching in authority and saying that I am the Messiah. And they're like, we watched you grow up. We watched you playing in the dirt. We watched, we saw you when you were in diapers, basically. And so he goes to Capernaum. And Capernaum is a much bigger town. It's kind of a hub of where there's a lot of hustle and bustle. There's a lot of Roman occupancy and they have a port there where people are trading. And so there's a lot going in and out, which is going to be great for Jesus's ministry, because now he's going to get his message to kind of start to spread across the world. And that's what he wanted. So this move is good. So even though they threw him out of his hometown, this is a good move. So I'm just going to read one of these, and they're pretty much the same. I'm going to go ahead and read Mark 1:21 to 28, but Luke 4:31 to 37 is pretty close, and we'll talk about just a few differences. So real quick, they went to Capernaum, and when the Sabbath came, Jesus went into the synagogue and began to teach. The people were amazed at his teaching, because he taught them as one who had authority, not as the teachers of the law. Just then, a man in the synagogue who was possessed by an impure spirit cried out, "What do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." "Be quiet," said Jesus sternly. "Come out of him." The impure spirit shook the man violently and came out of him with a shriek. The people were all so amazed that they asked each other, "What is this, a new teaching? And with authority? He has given orders to impure spirits, and they obey him." News about him spread quickly over the whole region of Galilee. So once again, we've got him coming into Capernaum, and he goes to the synagogue. Has he not learned his lesson that they're going to throw him out? No, I think he starts his ministry immediately with teaching. And people are amazed at him because he teaches with authority, and it says not like the teachers of the law. So that kind of confused me, because aren't the teachers of the law teaching with authority? That would be the rabbis and the all the religious leaders of that day. Church was a little bit different, or the synagogue was a little bit different. We're used to going and everybody sits in the audience and one person speaks and we listen. And how I understand the synagogues is that they would take turns reading the scripture and teaching each other. So it left an opportunity for Jesus to be able to come in and do his teaching, which I think is very strange. You know, you just have this stranger that you don't know that walks into a synagogue and he starts to teach. That would be weird in our churches, but then I guess they're all kind of looking out to make sure that the teaching is correct and to the scriptures, which there's where the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible in the Old Testament. So Jesus is teaching with authority. So immediately they can tell there's something different about his teaching. And then out of the audience comes a man who's possessed by an impure spirit. We would maybe call him a demon, or, an evil spirit. And the evil spirit uses the man's voice to speak out, and he testifies to who Jesus is, the Holy One of God. You know, we know who you are. What are you coming to do? To destroy us? And Jesus says, "Be quiet," because I don't think he's ready to tell the people in the synagogue. I think he was hoping to get there and start to teach them and then show them the way. I don't think he wanted to just walk in and announce that he was the Son of God. I don't think he wanted to announce, "I'm the Messiah," immediately, especially what happened the last time when he kind of said he hinted to being the Messiah. They tried to throw him off a cliff. So here we have the evil spirits calling him out. And that's an interesting thing, because even the evil spirits know who he is. Even the evil spirits, they believe in Jesus. You know, through the churches, it's said through the days is your way to salvation is believing in Jesus, believing he is the Christ. Well, even the demons believe that he's the Christ. You have to be a follower, someone who says, "I want to follow you. I want to learn your teachings. I want to be your disciple, which is a student. And I want to then go spread the message to other people. That's how you know the fruit, whether you are a Christian, not just that you believe that Jesus is the Christ, but you are his true follower. So also I wanted to talk about Jesus' authority. And I think with today being New Year's Eve, I was like, how does this apply? I was thinking to myself, how does this apply to New Year's Eve? And I think it's the fact that in here, we are kind of face to face with Jesus's authority. The evil spirits know what his authority is. They will come out and listen to Jesus. And Jesus spoke with authority, and the people recognized his authority. And as we enter into a brand new world, or brand new year, it is a brand new world. It's so different nowadays. But as we enter into a brand new year, my thoughts were, do I accept Jesus' authority? And am I giving him authority in my life? And is there an area of my life that I am not giving over to him? Am I holding something back, saying, Jesus, you can have authority in my entire life, but this one area, I don't want you to have this one area. And so I've been thinking about that. And in my last video, I talked about how I don't even have my word of the year. And this word trust keeps coming up over and over and over. And I almost keep trying to find another word, but I feel like it might be trust because, and I have a feeling it is, because no matter what I write in my journals, no matter what I dig through the scriptures, the fact that maybe I haven't given God authority in all parts of my life, maybe there's something I'm holding back, and maybe that's the control of certain things. My security and my feeling of peace sometimes is connected to me being in control of all the situations. And when I feel the least at peace, it's because I lost control. And there's so many things in life that we lose control over. Number one, if you're married, you don't always have control over how your spouse acts. Or if, you can try to have the perfect marriage and maybe your spouse isn't, going along with that program, or you want to do things a certain way and they want to do something a different way. So if you have children, you definitely don't have control over many situations. If your children are now adults, that's an even more of a loss of control. As a business owner, I always tried to have control. And the recession would hit. COVID-19 would hit. I'm trying to think of all the things, we'd get a freak snowstorm and I couldn't get customers in the door. I was always losing control. And my defense mechanism is to quickly grab hold and try to take control and try to make everything happen the way I want it to. And I'm wondering if God is teaching me something this year as we're going to go into this, because he's really putting the word trust and faith and surrender and to rely on. Those are the words that keep coming up, and it's probably where I need the most work. I need some work on whether to trust God. And I trust him in so many ways. You wouldn't believe how much I trust God. But there's always these little, my daily things, of just the cleanliness of my house, the way things are happening, my finances. I'm always trying to take control. And so do I want to kind of relax and trust in God and trust in others. So it's funny that even this, which is a message about Jesus conquering demons, becomes really a message about his authority. And am I willing in 2022 to give him all authority over every area of my life? And am I willing to dig in and discover what areas I might not be giving him authority and trust? So with that, deep thoughts, especially as 2022, oh my gosh, 2022 is knocking at our door, and we are about to enter into a brand new year. Are you ready? Are you ready to give God authority over your year? Are you ready to have him help you heal from a lot of things? I am. I'm ready to do it. So Happy New Year, everyone. I'm going to post this. It's probably going to get posted kind of late, and but I will see you in the new year. I'll see you next year. Love you, and shalom, everyone.